In today's video, I'm going to show you how easy it is to use the Ergo Lift and accomplish a nail fill in 38 minutes, not rushing and holding casual conversation. So stay tuned. Many of you are here because you follow my pedicure tutorial channel, the Meticulous Manicurist Nail Tutorials. This channel is going to be dedicated to nails and give instructions so you can be the best you can be at doing nails. A career that I have been doing for 25 years. This career has given me everything I love in this world and my motivation to invent the new patented ergonomically designed hand rest, the Ergo Lift, so I can continue working without repetitive use injuries, strain, and pain. My neurologist told me to quit my job after my neck fusion, and I was convinced there was a way to save my career and prevent the same injuries that happened to me over the years from doing nails. I'm happy to say that when I started using my prototype 2 years ago, all of my symptoms disappeared, and now I work long days, giving 11 to 13 services a day with no pain and no fatigue. And I hope to teach you all of my tips and tricks so you can do the same and have a nice, long, happy, healthy career. This video is going to have a lot of information about the Ergo Lift and about acrylic nail application and techniques. I'm not going to fast forward any of this video because I want you to witness in real time the casual speed at which I work and still finish this service in 38 minutes. When I work fast, I can accomplish the same service in 20 minutes, but who wants to work like that all day? Clients love to have conversations and catch up on what is going on in each other's lives, and this is one of those aspects that's important in order for you to build a loyal, lifelong clientele. And those of you who have been following me know that my motto is real life, real situations for real learning. Tip number 1. Always use pure acetone when you remove the nail polish. The acetone is not in contact with the acrylic that is on the nail for long enough to harm them. The acetone also helps dehydrate the nail plate. And tip number 2. Always push back the cuticles before you file the new growth of the nail plate. You will be able to get any adhered cuticle off the nail plate with the file much better, and this plays a big part in preventing artificial nails from lifting.
So I switched it to Wednesday, and then her trainer said she can't do it Wednesday, which will leave me Friday, and it's hard for me. By Friday, I'm whipped.
Yep.
You know what I mean? It's hard for me to want to.
The files I am using today are my Meticulous Manicurist 150 grit edge file and the Meticulous Manicurist buffer board.
Thursday, but by because they do, they each have something. Monday.
I am using my Meticulous Manicurist nippers to nip off any acrylic that has lifted away from the nail plate, and no, nipping lifted acrylic does not hurt the nail under the acrylic. It has already separated. If you look closely, you can see a difference in the color of the acrylic to clue you that the acrylic is lifted away from the nail. And all lifted material must be removed, or by the time they come back in 2 weeks, they will have a much bigger problem, and this can lead to a pseudomonas spot on the nail.
Or I would have them miss it.
Right.
But this is her show season, so she can't miss it. She can't miss a practice. It's just, I'm like every other parent, but this is the first year that we got to the point that 4 days out of the week we're doing something. We not reached this point before.
Right.
But it's here and it's full blown. And it's been a while, which is another thing. Because Sam's always doing something.
Right.
And Carly's.
I'm going to slow this down for you so you can see. At first glance, it might not look like this is lifted, but when I insert the tip of the nipper, you can see the clear color change in the acrylic. And be sure not to pull. Insert the side of your nipper and just squeeze, and that acrylic will pop right off. So we're going to take off some length. There are 3 ways you can use to shorten a nail: a tip cutter like you see here, an electric file, or a hand file. When you use the tip cutter, you need to pay special attention to the angle at which the blade rests on the free edge and squeeze slowly so you don't crack the acrylic. You might get a little separation at the tip, but I always trim less, so if this happens, I can hand file and shorten that area off to finish shaping the free edge.
Officially helping mowing the lawn.
Is she?
Yep. And
That's awesome.
the little rototiller that I got last year for the garden, Dave's like, Sam can do this. He's getting some good upper body strength.
Your goal when blending the old acrylic into the new nail growth is to also buff the natural nail to remove any shine and adhered cuticle that is on the nail plate. You want a nice clean area to apply the fresh acrylic to minimize fill lines. At some point, a client may want to wear a French manicure, and it doesn't look great if you can see the fill lines through that light polish.
Literally everything.
And I'm using very light pressure to blend the acrylic and to buff the new growth of the nail.
So I acted like this was like a thank
Yes,
you,
a reward,
but
absolutely.
I had to get him anyway.
One of the benefits of using my patented hand rest for nails, the Ergo Lift, is you can see how easy I move from one finger to the next. The fingers are in the perfect hanging down position for me to work. When a client has stiff fingers, you cannot file well, and you lean forward to see the top of the nail plate. There are two guides on the hand rest, a wrist guide and a palm rest. These two items align the forearm, wrist, and hand so the nails are in the center of the nail technician's body. The Ergo Lift prevents ulnar and radial deviation, which is when the wrist is bent one way or the other, and this position makes the client stiffen their entire hand and fingers, making it impossible for a nail technician to work efficiently.
Are you out of ink? He said completely. I'm like, you are kidding. I said, no, I've got this kid snowed. Like, she's never gonna know. I'm gonna get this. I got it in and out all in the same day, and I got on the shipping label. So I'm gonna go to UPS and see whether or not they can print it for me.
You can print it right here.
You got something I can? You got a printer?
Yeah, just log onto the computer.
I'm gonna do that. Do you mind?
No, I don't mind.
Thank
Not
you.
at all.
I didn't even think about that
Absolutely.
because I'm gonna run it over there before I pick her up from school.
Yeah.
And if it takes a few extra days, I'll blame them. And it makes my life easier because I don't have to wash so much,
That's right.
But yeah, I couldn't believe it. They're $30 shorts. I got them for $14. $20 t-shirts I got for $7.
Wow.
And a bathing suit I got for like $20.
That's awesome.
I mean, it was like, what a deal. I'm on board with this. And I remembered that from last year, that the Memorial Day and July 4th, between Limited Express and Abercrombie, their prices are like half off for free shipping.
That's fantastic.
It is. Because I called and I said the prices were right back up again. I'm like, oh, are you kidding me? Did I blow this? So I called and he said, when it's an exchange, it's even money. You don't even pay for shipping. I'm like, are you kidding me? This guy couldn't have been any nicer on the phone that I called. He said, nope. He said, just make sure you print the shipping label, because if you use the one in the package, it'll take you 2 weeks. If you use the one that you can print, it'll be less than 1 week. So I'm hell bent. I gotta get, to fake out the 13-year-old. I'm an idiot, but she doesn't have anything. She needs them. So does Bruce have his warehouse how he likes it?
Yep.
The happy man now?
They're busy over there today. The weekends are always
More so?
big. People.
So Monday has a lot of work.
Yeah, they had boxes to ship out today,
Holy cow.
and they won't get through all of them.
I wouldn't think. That's a lot.
You can find the link to my online store in the description, and I also try to remember to add it in the comments. We appreciate all of your patronage so much. I do my best to manufacture my tools, implements, and equipment as reasonably as possible to ensure quality yet maintain an affordable price point for you. And you can find almost everything I use in this video on my online store. Visit the meticulousmanicurist.com and click the online store link.
Loved it.
This is the primer you have to apply before applying acrylic to the nail plate. You only apply primer to the natural nail, and you only apply a tiny bit so it does not run into the nail grooves or onto the client's skin. This is my Meticulous Manicurist Pure Kolinsky Sable Acrylic Brush in a size 8, which is one of my favorite sizes. This brush has a removable cap that, when removed and placed on the end, it also serves as the handle.
I had a client of mine come in. I was taking care of her friend, and she was asking me. She gets her nails done in Florida, and she said she went to get them taken care of.
When a client gets out of the perfect position for you, you will know it, and all you have to do is make a slight adjustment to place them right back where you need them to be. Placement of the acrylic is the most important step in acrylic application. Placing the ball of acrylic near the cuticle line and scooting it forward with the tip of the brush to make it tapered is easy to do with the right pressure. The acrylic should look like it's growing out of the cuticle area. The more perfect you lay the acrylic, the less filing you will have.
She's like, I don't know. I think so. I said, well, what do you normally have done? She says, well, it normally all comes off, because she couldn't get the concept of the new.
A bigger ball of acrylic is necessary to cover a larger area. When the arm and hand are on the Ergo Lift, the client is comfortable and allow their fingers to hang downward, so gravity does most of the work for you to maintain a perfect shape. All I have to worry about is the borders of the nail and that the acrylic does not touch any of the skin.
Like this, or is it like shellac?
If it's traditional hard gel, it's like this. But
Okay.
if she's just getting gel polish, then you take off all of the
Right.
color.
Right.
Yeah.
You take the whole thing off, right? And
Yeah.
then it like peels off like a color form. That's what I always say.
Kind of.
So
yeah.
that's what she said. I said, I'm pretty sure you have gel polish, hence shellac. And she says, well, she swears this is acrylic. And I said,
Oh, well, she probably had the dip powder. So people are using colored acrylic powder. There are many different forms of nail enhancements. There is acrylic, hard gel, fiberglass, gel polish, colored acrylic, and the dip system. Not all systems are going to be right for all techs, and newer techs will have more time to experiment with systems to see what they like or want to use, or they are the best at. And your decision will be based a lot on timing. Time is money, and when you have a process that your clients love and that you have your time down, there is no way to add more time to a service because you'll lose money. Your client is not going to want to sit in the chair longer and pay a higher price when they loved what they were getting in the first place. So you can probably tell by my conversation, I won't be adding the dip option to my menu. It is a mess to remove and time consuming to apply. I can apply acrylic to all fingers for a fill with no repairs in just 5 minutes. But to each their own, and if you are using another medium and love it, that is great. I'm not trying to sway anyone away from what they like. It just is not for me.
okay.
But then
But you have to stay with that color.
until you want to change colors, and then you file it down really thin with your electric file, and then just put another color on top.
Could you paint it?
Yes.
I felt bad for her because I was clueless. You know, I mean, I'm like, I don't know. I said, I know what mine look like, and I know I have acrylic, and it's powder and liquid. But after that, I can't. And I know I've seen people have gel polish, but other than anything in between, I wouldn't have a clue. Because I know people talk, I know there's gel and gel polish. I knew that. But I've never had either one. So I'm kind of,
Right.
and we don't have nails in the salon, so I don't even know. But she went to go get her nails done and couldn't get them done, and I felt bad for her. And she's an older woman, you know, she's in her 80s, and she likes her nails done, and she was just sent out the door with no help.
Because they didn't want to take it off.
Yeah, that's what I just told her, I go, look, you don't want anybody working on you that doesn't know what they're doing. So if she
Right.
sent you out the door, it's because
You're welcome, Musty.
my opinion is, I said, if she sent you out the door without a suggestion, it's because she didn't know what she was doing, and you might want to be thankful of that. So go find out what you had done by somebody who knows what they're doing, and you'll be better off.
Yeah, and who cares about keeping you as a client?
Yeah.
But if she went to just one of those little walk-in places, that's probably what happened. They're like, I'm not dealing with this stuff.
Yeah, you might want to make sure you go into a place that does acrylic so that you'll have an honest answer about what you have. That's what I said, because not everybody does it because they don't know how.
Yep. You will see me make another small adjustment in just a second. When clients are trying to hold still, they don't realize they begin to lift their fingers into the air. This makes all the fingers stiff and not easy to manipulate. I am trying to twist her index finger to the right, but I feel resistance, and I realize that she has lifted her fingers. I give her a gentle motion to rest the fingers. She does, and then I am able to turn the finger so I can lay the acrylic on the nail. The more rested the hand, the easier it is for nail techs to work.
It's just nice to be physically active. I haven't done anything exerting.
Yeah, I've gained so much weight, and it's all in my upper arms and boobs.
Well, could be in worse places.
Like, my buttons are bursting in all of my shirts.
Lori, it could be in far worse places. Don't complain about that. My waistline. I am going to a bridal shower, which this worked out that I'm on my off Monday, because I wouldn't have wanted to go to a bridal shower when I'm Monday. My nails never look bad though. Only I know. But I went. I like to wear a dress to a shower because I never wear a dress ever. You know, because of the shoes. You know. And I'm trying my dresses on. I'm like, where did my waistline go?
Yep, I look like a big squish-a-musha square.
I'm not happy. And you know, I don't wear. You know, a dress to me has to be fitted, or you look like you're wearing a tank. I mean, unless you're like super tall and really thin, and you can wear like that little A-line short dress with high heels. If you have long, skinny legs, I think that's to die for. But I'm not. That's not my body shape. So I have to be fitted in the waist. And then I just look at it and go, whose waist is that? And where did mine go?
Yeah.
Especially this time of year. At my winter waist.
Yeah, I need to do some sit-ups.
I started working a little bit on it a month or two ago, and mildly helped get some strength in my arms so that when I garden, I can tell I have more steam. I'm not dying, but I'm not smaller. I just gained some
Right, you're
strength.
just stronger.
I'm just stronger, and I'm thankful I'm stronger. But I loved wearing them long. This is painful. This is the first year that it's painful.
I know,
to wear
look, I
short.
shortened mine tons.
I really enjoyed wearing them long. It's just so feminine to have them long it'll be a fun change because I never did that before.
When I do my filing, I usually have a routine. The first thing I do is file the sidewalls to make sure there is no acrylic touching the skin. The nails will lift if the acrylic is touching the skin, even if it's touching it just a little bit. I outline the entire nail, and then I file the center and refine the free edge. Having a routine helps keep your time very manageable.
House basement? No.
So did I tell you that we had water in the bathroom and they had to replace the floor?
Yeah.
They've replaced the floor 3 times, and water keeps coming up underneath it. So someone was there this morning, and Bruce was like, "You've got to tear out the wall. You've got to tear out this. You've got to tear out. You have to find out where the water's coming from, because there. Oh, it's from this shut-off valve. It must be dripping. No, it's not. It's not dripping." And they're trying to hurry up and get the final approval. No, you're not scheduling any
No.
final inspection.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Is that are you down to just that now? Okay, so the rest of the basement's done, you're happy with it. I mean, I know that's a big deal. I mean, that's a
Yeah.
huge deal, but I mean, can you make use of it yet? And now they gotta tear stuff out. That is such disappointment.
They've had to tear out the electrical box and replace it because they
Oh my
put it in
God.
the wrong place. They had to tear out the shower because they didn't connect the shower walls to make it airtight or watertight. We had to return the shower door because they made the walls the wrong size for it to fit. I mean, it's been one thing after the other. It's ridiculous.
Well, this was supposed to be fun. I mean, I know there's always hiccups. I mean, I'm not gonna say that that's not, but that's kind of above and beyond the average hiccup.
Well, they told us it was a 7-week project. So, to me, I'll give you, for a 7-week project estimated, I'll give you a 2-week hiccup. It's week 23.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. It's week 23.
Wow.
Yeah, hence no graduation party.
Oh. That's a shame.
Like, had they finished it all up, a month ago,
Mm-hmm.
we could have planned and organized and
Yeah.
all yours.
I didn't bring it to you. I was like that crazy woman. It literally popped off of my card. I was holding. She goes, "Well, give it to me, and I'm gonna store it." I'm like, "Okay, that makes sense." Very sweet.
Yeah, I love Leanne.
It's very sweet. When it comes to making appointments for nails, you've got just as many questions, if not more, for hair. I mean, you have to know what you're taking off before you can start to put on.
Oh yeah.
And people don't understand what they have, though, do they? I mean, do they get it?
What do you need?
A file that they have really pretty hair.
Oh, thank you. I feel like it's a disaster right now, so that's nice of you to say.
I like your hair.
Thank you.
Nice and full and has that nice roll.
Was ponytailed wet yesterday. If I must be honest.
Nothing wrong with that.
And no humidity, thank God.
Oh my goodness, it's been so bad. The rain's been awful.
You have seen me make a handful of adjustments with this client on the Ergo Lift. Imagine what it would have been like without it. I literally cannot do a single client without this hand rest. With the Ergo Lift, I have zero weight of the client's hand or arm on my body traveling up through my shoulder, back, or neck. I can work long hours without being exhausted at the end of my shift. I never ever wanted to go anywhere after work. I was toast. I wouldn't even go through the drive-through for any reason. Now, we go out to eat several times a week. We have date night, and I don't even mind running errands after work. My clients are happy because I don't have to tell them to relax their hands a bazillion times, and they're very comfortable throughout the entire service.
You know what I mean? Like, if you want to try something, try it. But you don't have to feel like you didn't get anything. You don't have to worry about it. And that's kind of what happened. All her friends only wanted to do roller coasters, and she went on 2 of them. She went on 2 different kinds and went on one twice. And that's it. That's all she
Like,
did.
I'm done.
But they're there for like 8 hours. You know, but her friends went on all the really big ones, and she just wasn't prepared to go on these really big ones yet. She went in line, got all the way in line, and got up there and went,
I'm not doing
I'm not
it.
gonna do that one, you know. And so she says, now I really wish that I would have. And it's funny, I said, well, what did you do? And she said, well, I just went to I just, waited for them to finish, because, roller coasters are quick. it's not like it's a big deal. But the chaperone went on thinking she was coming. I said, you probably gave him a heart attack when he realized you changed your mind and he was already in the seat. You know what I mean? Because
Right.
she was alone. Not that, I mean, you know, so I told her, I go, look, there's one thing about Cedar Point, I'm not worried about you there.
Right.
Nobody has anything happen to them at Cedar Point. You know, like, you know, don't go to the ladies' room by yourself. Other than that, have fun. You know.
Right.
So they have chaperones so that you guys make it back to the bus on time. That's why you have chaperones. You know. But she doesn't want to go with her choir because she really doesn't. She realizes you are spending an entire day with these people, and she doesn't have a close friend.
Right.
She likes to sing, so she's in choir for that reason. But she doesn't have a tight buddy, so she knows she'll be led around with groups of what everybody else wants to do.
Right.
It would have been nice to go again, but she wants to go again. I'm like, well, you might be able to talk me into it later. I don't know. But it was an adventure. I'm glad she went.
Right. You can go
Wash.
wash up.
The salon got crazy loud with stylists and blow dryers and other tech conversations, so I'm just going to add some nice music here while I polish her nails. I hope you have learned a few things here today, and I hope you visit my website, theergolift.com, to purchase just the hand rest. We do ship internationally. Please be sure to also subscribe, as I will be posting regularly now here on the Meticulous Manicurist Nail Academy. And I'm just happy that I can show you all the Ergo Lift that I've been hiding under a towel for the past 2 years. Please leave me a comment and click the thumbs up button so I do have a better chance in climbing the recommended list so I can help as many people as I can. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to visit my channel. People like you are the reason for my success, and I appreciate it so much. But remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel for all the latest videos. Remember, it is free, and I'll see you next time.